Well, now to a cold case special report. A Southern Arizona woman was murdered inside of her home 15 years ago, and her family is still searching for answers. Not on Your Side's Ryan Fish has more on that story.
She was an artist, so she would actually teach, art classes. I remember doing art projects and things like that with her when I was a kid. Kind of a little bit of a hippie at heart.
Lee Allen can't help but smile remembering his mom, Norma Jay.
A nice, caring person. She would always carry around like canned food. And actually, for like homeless people, and with the easy open lids, and like hand that out to them.
Lee also remembers the morning 15 years ago when she was suddenly taken away.
I was at work that morning, and I came back to my house, and there was cops there waiting, and just started questioning me and asking me, all these questions about my mom. It wasn't until then they kind of told me what happened.
Norma's small home in the remote area of 3 Points became a crime scene.
It was early in the morning, and she was murdered in the house. She was actually stabbed multiple times. Whoever it was, the person tried to cover their tracks and try to light the house on fire to burn it down. Somebody driving by saw the house on fire and called the fire department and was able to help put it out. And that kind of saved all the evidence for the case, at least.
But that evidence here at the scene hasn't led to an arrest, and Norma's family is still wondering why Pima County Sheriff's Department investigators hit a dead end.
I guess they have the person's DNA, but they don't really know who that person is. They've never been either caught for a crime or anything.
I feel like they've really dropped the ball on this.
Norma's daughter Lonnie believes the sheriff's office knows about evidence that points to a potential suspect.
She had a diary and an appointment book, and in that appointment book she had an appointment with a counselor for domestic abuse on that day, the same day that she was murdered. She was already having troubles in the relationship with whoever she had the relationship with.
Yeah, my mom kind of kept, for the dating, to herself.
The Pima County Sheriff's Department was not available for an interview about this case. As other cases started piling up,
they kept me updated for the first, few months, but then after that it was just kind of tailed off and didn't really hear anything. It's unnerving a little bit if there is, evidence out there, if they didn't find something or if they didn't follow up on things, for that, especially with how old the case is.
Lee and the family have not been notified of any DNA matches or new leads. Now they're sharing their story, hoping that can change.
It's hard, thinking about that person's still out there just living a normal life.
I'm really hoping that the Sheriff's Department and whoever else can help solve cold cases can, really get involved and get this thing solved and get him behind bars, if he's even still alive.
And the journey continues for this family in part 2 of our story. Surrounded by this tragedy, these two siblings who grew up hundreds of miles apart ended up meeting each other for the first time. We'll have that tomorrow night on KGUN 9 on Your Side. And, just at least a little bit something there positive coming out of all of this.
I was going to say, it sounds like they have like some sort of silver lining to a certain degree, even though they have a tragedy at the same time.
Yeah, the second part of the story really is something heartwarming coming out of the heartbreak, at least. So hopefully you can join us for that.